What up, Wastelanders? Christopher here, Gaslands NorCal. Thanks again for joining me for another conversion video. Now this time I'm going to be doing a tank track truck. I'm using this 79 Ford police truck. I'm going to be hacking apart, well, to a certain extent, and turning it into a big kind of tank thing. Got some tracks coming from Anvil Combustion, engine also, and the ram, well, this ram at least. I've got some other rams, not sure exactly which one I'm going to use. The exhaust are coming from French Forge. They use some great stuff. Of course, I'm going to be using some Monument Hobby Pro Acryl camo green on this. Bunch of different ideas kind of rolling around in my head on how I'm going to make this all come together. I'm not exactly sure which ones are going to gel or not, but I do want to say a big thanks to Bo Ahlgren, buddy of mine. He does some great stuff. I was kind of stuck on what build I want to do next. He just threw out a bunch of ideas at me, and this one stuck. So yeah, going to be doing a tracked truck. So yeah, but first things first, we got to get this baby apart and get her into the stripper. Alright, now while that's stripping, I'm going to go ahead and get all the bits and pieces primed up in black, dry brushed in silver to make everything pop. Now when I'm using the primer, I really like to use this one-shot primer by MIG. Works out really well, goes really well through the airbrush, and then I just dry brush it with my own kind of silver mixture, just like I said, make all the edges and stuff pop out. So let's get all these primed in black and then dry brushed, and then we'll wait for the rest of this thing to strip. Alright, all the bits and pieces are all silvered up and all looking ready to be slapped on there as soon as you get everything primed up and ready to go. Really do love these exhaust pipes from French Forge. These do a great job. So I'm going to stick a link in there to their site in the description, so make sure you check them out. So let's get all these set aside and get ready to prime our casting. I've got it all stripped up and ready to go. I'm going to be using a different primer color at this time because I want to try something a little bit different. I've tried salt chipping before to marginal success, probably just because I wasn't doing it right. I think I was even before I had an airbrush, so I really wasn't doing it right. But I'm going to be using the one-shot primer again from ammo from MIG. This is the brown oxide primer, and my idea is to prime it all, this brown oxide, then try to do the salt chipping, and then I'm going to base coat or then paint it with the camo green, and then brush the salt off of it. We'll see how it goes. So fingers crossed, hopefully it'll work. So first, let's get this all primed up with the brown oxide primer. Alright, so we're all primed up in the brown. Looking pretty good. I'm going to do a little bit more rust underneath before I do the salt chipping. For that, I'm going to use some of the Vallejo orange rust and some wash from MIG. And I'm also going to try out some of this acrylic wash as well, just to put it down underneath before I do the salt chipping. Got my salt all ready to go. So yeah, first let's just get some random areas for the rust, just to make it kind of, look more realistic when the salt chipping and stuff goes down, hopefully. So yeah, let's get that done, and then we'll move on to the salt chipping. Alright, so now all the rust and stuff is ready to go. Now we're going to move on to the salt chipping. Only tried this method a couple, well, maybe not a couple times, maybe just one time, like I said, to some marginal success, so I haven't practiced with it a lot, so this is going to be my next foray into salt chipping. And of course, after watching all sorts of other YouTube videos and stuff, you wet down the model, and then you put the salt on there and wait for it to dry a little bit, then probably put on your top coat. So let's get it all wet in the areas where I'm wanting the chipping and stuff to be at. Alright, now on to the salt. Alright, so salt's all ready to go. Now, since I want to kind of stand out more with the rust and everything, I decided to change over to the sky blue from the green that I was going to do before. Hopefully, those make it stand out more. So Next, we're going to get the top coat down, and then we'll let that dry and get the salt brushed off, and we'll see how it turns out. Fingers crossed. Alright, well, I'd say it was a marginal success. I think I had too much water when I was putting the salt on there, so yeah, learn more for next time, try it again maybe at some point, but not horrible. I mean, I can work with it. I'm going to add some more weathering effects to it, get some more of the wash and stuff going on there before I start getting it all back together. Got all the bits and pieces all ready to go, so shouldn't be much more to do to get this baby back together and ready for the Wastelands. So let's get some more weathering on there, and then we'll keep on moving on. Alright, got everything put back together, got the bumper and the grill and everything put on there and weathered up so it's matching the rest of the build. Looking pretty good, liking how that turns out. I am liking how the chipping and stuff is done. Like I said, it's not perfect the way it should be, but it doesn't look too bad. Got some of the fine detail stuff going on, like the door handles and the lights and stuff. So next we're going to be getting everything assembled with these tank treads from Combustion. I really like these because you got these slits in the middle, so you can change the height of how tall you want your vehicle to be sitting up on the tracks. We're going to be going with the middle one. That way it's going to be sitting up about right there, liking that. I think I'm going to be going with this grill, with this ram rather. So yeah, let's start getting everything back together, and then we will see where we're at and see what else needs to be done. Alright, so I got the tracks and stuff on there, got the ram going on, looking pretty cool. Got a little bit of armor for the rear. Now we're going to get the rest of the stuff put on there. Got some weapons I'm going to put on the sides, gas tank going on the back and the exhaust, and then do a little bit more fine detail weathering, and yeah, this one will be good to go. Alright, so everything's all back together. Really liking that ram. Got some cool weapons going on. Big old exhaust, gas tank and stuff. But yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more rust weathering on a little bit of spots, add some grunge and stuff on there, get it all dusted up, and then she will be good to go. Alright, and there we have it. One tank truck all ready for the Wastelands. Yeah, had some marginal success with the paint chipping. I think it turned out okay. I would say, like I said before, too much water when I was doing the salt, so I screwed up something, so you don't have to. So let's see what your chipping looks like. I would love to get some other input and stuff on how to best to get this accomplished, because mine, like I said, some marginal success. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please do me a favor, hit that like button. My goal is to do weekly videos, whether they're vehicle builds, terrain builds, whatever. So if that's for you, please hit the sub button below and ring the bell to get notified when new content drops. I do sell all my builds pretty inexpensively on my Etsy page, so if you want to pick something up that I've done, check out other builds that I've got on there. You can even request a custom build if you want. Until next time, keep your foot on the gas and your finger on the trigger. Gaslands NorCal, signing out.